Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that?
Get this W, my boy.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line. On first down, Peyton.
And his first look is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to the air on second down. Peyton got his man complete over the middle. It's done. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Peyton. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he is going to have a Texan. First down, it's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Down at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Peyton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 17. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Off play action. Peyton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Peyton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 11. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much, right? The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tracy forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We talked about fire to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
16 yards, a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Tracy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now left side on the swing pass. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Tracy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pass intended for number 81. Incomplete.
The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Peyton. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on 1st down. It's done. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Peyton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st down. Done. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Peyton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Tracy. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
7.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
At their 49-yard.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Peyton. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Peyton. His throw incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. He feel like he can win every battle.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Texans.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TV. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing after the interception. Tracy, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Tracy. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Off play action. Tracy. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Tracy. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
35-yard line.
From the gun, Peyton. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Peyton. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 16-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Tracy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
To number 83.
A big play there. 84 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
It's the game at 14.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Texans 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Tracy. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Complete to number 81. Touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
Run for the point after.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Peyton eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards. On 1st down, Peyton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Stafford has been traded to LA for golf and
To
one
throw
SR
again,
round pick.
Peyton. Flushed out right, and his pass incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Peyton. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take it through.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Ali. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and 2, Tracy. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Texans 31, Colts 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a give, right side. Ali, he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Tracy, complete, the tight end Rivera. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete to number 84. An 8-yard pickup.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Tracy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
36 on the carry.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Tracy dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown,
A
Indianapolis.
14-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Texans 31, Colts 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll run on first down. It's done. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just
a gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of
the recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
At the Colts' 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Peyton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Peyton. Over the middle, complete. That's done. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
4th down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Operating from the gun. Peyton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Houston, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.